Welcome to FreeMMOStation. Watch me get my ass kicked and trying to throw some sheeps into goals as we play Bierzerkers, a new free-to-play, class-based third-person shooter.
FreeMMOStation.com.
Alright friends, fam, yeah, we're not going to spend too long on this video. Tragically, Bierzerkers actually has changed significantly since the alpha, and I say tragically, I mean, it's kind of cool, the changes that they added in, but they actually less changed the game, more like actually kind of took out a lot of features that I was kind of excited for when I played it way back when in the day. Okay, so Bierzerkers, just a little preview, a little highlight on some of the features. It is class-based, or more, I guess, character-based. You have characters, and it feels like a MOBA in a sense because they have abilities, but it is like a third-person shooter. Like, it does control kind of like Gigantic or maybe Paragon. Yeah, it does control kind of like a third-person shooter, and it does have arenas, but you do have abilities with all these different characters, and the only customization in the game is just cosmetics, which is definitely a plus. But then again, at the same time, I found the cosmetics kind of lacking, and like nothing was really too differentiating. Like it kind of all felt the same, honestly. And right now the game is sitting at mixed reviews. It's like, 3 out of 5 stars. It's not doing that well, and I think a lot of the complaints happen to be because the game has no player base, and now it's probably not going to ever get a player base because it's got mixed reviews. Though there are some good mixed reviews, very popular mixed review games, like Nexon Zombies or H1Z1, for instance, which I stream all the time. Now, Bierzerkers. This game, why it probably is also getting kind of mixed reviews is the fact that it's really floaty. Now, the way the game looks is gorgeous. It's using Unreal Engine 4, it runs great, it looks great, it's got a very tasteful art style, it's got a really cool kind of like theme. Like the idea is that these guys are, it's Nordic, it's sort of like Norse mythology. And these Nordic characters, and they all kind of get drunk. Like, I mean, one of the characters literally is a medic. He heals people, and he's a tank, but he heals people by feeding them beer. So yeah, I mean, you can eat, the health pickups are even in the shape of mugs, right? Like, so it's Bierzerkers, dude. Everyone's just in a drunken berserker frenzy, I guess, and you just go ham, dude. It's supposed to be silly and fun. And so previously in the alpha, the game had like a horde survival mode, which I thought would be like the one redeeming feature of this game. Like, even if nobody played this game, at least you could jump on as a free-to-play and, have some fun with a horde survival, maybe get a friend in there and kind of co-op through it. That could be cool, but they actually took out that game mode. They actually took out the capture point game mode. I don't know if those are coming in later, but as it stands right now, the game only has one single game mode, and it's kind of funny. Okay, so how do I describe Bierzerkers right now? Bierzerkers is basically, okay, let's take Gigantic, if you guys saw our first impression on that, or maybe Team Fortress 2 or something like that, but more like Gigantic. Let's take Gigantic and then mix it with Rocket League. Yeah, you heard me right. So the main game mode, and it seems like the Bierzerkers is trying to be a little bit competitive in this way, is like, it's called Capture the Sheep, I think. Well, basically, if you ever played Minecraft, it's kind of similar to the mini game there. There's a sheep that spawns in the middle, and I don't know if multiple sheep, no, I'm pretty sure it's just one sheep. One sheep spawns in the middle, and then your team is trying to pick up the sheep and throw it into the enemy's goal. So it's kind of like football, but with sheep, and then also you have these like Nordic warriors and mages and Valkyries that can do all these crazy abilities, and you flippity-flop all over the place, and it's pretty cool. But let me stress, with such mobility in this game, because you do have some really cool mobility abilities, like with the Scoundrel, that's the character I played the most. He had a corkscrew attack, which it was really cool. Like, everyone is like moving around the map really fast. There's a lot of mobility, it's a lot of fun, but it's kind of floaty. It's really, really floaty. Like, everything feels slow, and what really gets me is like when you're actually shooting anything, skill shots. I mean, if you play the Archer, which you would think would feel really snappy and snipey, no, it's really not. It's really slow-paced, and the Scoundrel as well, you would think would be a very agile character. And I guess compared to the rest, maybe kind of, but at the same time, not really. Everything from the bullets that travel in real time, which is cool, but it feels really floaty. Now, if we switch to Gigantic is super snappy, everything is really quick, everybody's agile, even tanks, and it just feels so much, it's like so much quicker, so much faster, everything just feels so much better. Bierzerkers, dude, it feels like you're playing underwater. Actually, it feels like you're playing when you're drunk. I mean, I don't know if that's what they were going for. The game looks good and everything, but its overall game feel was just a little bit, it's just a little bit floaty, and a lot of people don't like that. They like the visceral impact, and that's why we play games that have like abilities. We want to have those big abilities, we want to make those plays, and we want to feel it, dude. But in this game, you honestly don't, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're novice with the Unreal Engine 4. It is a new engine. Not many developers are utilizing it properly. The game, again, looks good. I like its theme. I was hyped for it. This is my favorite genre, But Bierzerkers, even though I would still probably rank it somewhere in my top 10, it doesn't have the player base and it doesn't have the feature set that I want to really honestly justify it. It's just kind of my bias. So we're going to need way more cosmetics, way more game modes. I don't know if they're going to add more characters. I'm fine with the character set that they have now. Team Fortress 2 has done well with the classes that it has, but we're going to need more game modes. We're going to just, all in all, just need more to the game because there's just not enough. And if you could tighten, I mean, it's probably already too late to tighten up the game to make it not as floaty. But I don't know, if we can do something, if we can have a game mode that really promotes that floaty gameplay, it's just kind of weird playing PvP with all this floatiness. It just doesn't feel that great. Maybe if they could go for more objective type gameplay, which I guess they have with their one game mode, which is kind of like football with the sheep, which is kind of silly and funny. I would like to see more really silly and funny game modes, but since there's only one, all in all, I just find Bierzerkers kind of lacking and completely deserving of its mixed review score right now. And I do honestly think that more people should play the game because it is worth at least playing. It's worth at least trying. If more people played it, if this game got more support, it could probably be amazing. But then again, maybe that's just my bias speaking. Thanks for watching. I'm Skylant with FreeMMOStation. If you like my beautiful voice, you can go to my personal channel or my Twitch. I stream every day at midnight. Or you can like and subscribe here. Always doing videos, always having fun. And let me just say, I hope I see you in the next one.